Davis. And Shawano Anawaku, who we call Nanu. Nanu is 6'9". And he'll be jumping against another gentleman, 6'9". Vipers win it. Goes back quickly to Gary Payton II. Misses on the layup. And Troy Williams tries to put it in. Finally, the Suns have it. Vipers going from our right to left here in the opening quarter. And the Suns, they will get the first opportunity to score. And they will bring the ball up, working the ball around. You see Davis has the ball over on the high post. We'll try to get it down low to Millsap. Millsap, bounce pass in the lane to McCullough. Fadeaway jumper, low post, no good. Tipped up, no good by Millsap, and the Vipers have the basketball. And this will be their second possession of the game. Try to get it in the lane. It's tipped away, goes out of bounds, still be Vipers ball. Millsap, by the way, Elijah Millsap, has had some big games this year. I believe he recently had a game with 37 points. Johnny O'Brien also had 37 points this year for Northern Arizona. Meanwhile, Troy Williams goes in the lane, lays it up and in. First points of the night. Williams only in his fourth game for the Vipers. Millsap at the other end puts up a three-pointer. It's good. And speaking of Williams, he was recently signed to a 10-day contract by Houston. Has played now in 4 games. And in the last 2 games, had 24 points, one in a reserve role, one in a starting role. So Troy Williams doing a good job for the Vipers, has played with Memphis this year. Meanwhile, Troy Williams puts up another three-pointer, misses, had 4 three-pointers, Jake, in the second half yesterday.
Yeah, and it was incredible because he was part of that run that really stretched out the lead at the end and led to the Vipers' victory. But they're going to need more of that. This Northern Arizona team has 2 wins against the Vipers. The only 2 wins that they played, or games that they played this year, they beat the Vipers. So, it's going to take a lot of offense and some timely defense from the Vipers. I know it's the D League and there's not a lot of D in it, but they're really going to have to come to play tonight.
Booker misses on a shot attempt at the other end. It is Nanu who puts up a shot, no good, but gets his own rebound and puts it in. So Vipers now ahead 4-3, 2 minutes into the game. Chris McCullough, he has some experience, has played with the Brooklyn Nets a little bit the last 2 seasons, also 1 game with the Wizards. Now the ball will go in the corner, and a three-point attempt is no good by Xavier Silas. We had Xavier last night, Xavier Henry, and we have a man with the same spelling of a first name, but he pronounces his name Xavier. Xavier Silas today, Xavier Henry last night for the Blue, Oklahoma City Blue. Well, at the other end, Troy Williams with the ball, trying to make the most of his time here, and has his shot blocked with authority by Davis. Suns back on the run. Silas has it, tries to get it down to Davis, and he will use a finger roll to put it up and in.
Yeah, and that's a great feed. We didn't let the defense set up, pass it right down, and he was able to seal and really take advantage of the defense there.
5-4 Suns lead. Trying to go 3-0 against the Vipers. These 2 teams will meet again on Sunday, 6 p.m. In the lane, Isaiah Taylor puts it up. It's no good, but there's going to be a foul. It'll be the first foul of the game, 3 minutes into the game. And it is going to go against Davis, Alex Davis. His first, team's first. Isaiah Taylor played the first 6 games of the year, was out for a long time with injuries, but since he's come back, he's done a great job and now has been awarded with a contract by the Houston Rockets. He hits his first free throw. Second one up is good. So it's 5-5. Booker quickly down to Davis, working against Moore. Morris gets around him for the basket. Nice movement of the ball that time by the Suns. Isaiah Taylor got the ball. We'll give it over to Williams. Now across court to Gary Payton. He'll go from the left corner to the right corner, and Darius Morris hits a three-pointer.
And that's a good sign. Last night the Vipers took a while to really start finding their groove from beyond the arc. Tonight they're going to need that. They're going to need to stretch the defense.
Millsap in the lane puts up a shot a little too hard, but it's rebounded and put in by Davis. Davis doing a nice job underneath.
And Millsap was trying to throw it off the glass. Tracy McGrady and some other players. Mm-hmm. But he's the brother of actually Paul Millsap.
Yeah, met Paul Millsap over during the NBA All-Star game. Plays for Indiana. Nice man. In the lane is Isaiah Taylor. Lays it up, no good. Tip, no good. Nanu almost gets it, but the Suns will get it and bring it up court. Booker has it. Now in the corner, three-point shot, and it's off the mark that time by Silas. Still, though, the possession of the Suns. Now they lose it. Silas has it, knocked away. It's picked up by Nanu, and up court comes Kerry Pate in the second. He had a double-double last night.
Yeah, he had a strong game, but I think that the Vipers really are going to rely on players like Isaiah Taylor to kind of set the tone.
Morris misses the shot. Pate in the second tries to get it in the corner, no good. Now quickly up the court. Here come the Suns. Missed their first attempt at it. Second one, also no good. Third time, no good, and there is a whistle finally. Silas, a couple attempts under the basket, couldn't get it, but he got fouled.
Yeah, that's going to be on Taylor, but Taylor did a good job of getting the steal on the last possession. On there, he kind of hinders the offense from scoring there. Picks up the foul on the third attempt for the Suns, but
all right,
Silas will go to the line. But you like what the Vipers are bringing now, especially with Troy Williams. Tomorrow, PJ Tokido's out right now, and
we want to mention that
with him coming back tomorrow.
Yeah, Sunday actually.
Oh, excuse me, Sunday.
Yeah.
It'll be the offense will be even more explosive.
Derek Cook Jr. now comes into the game, and he'll replace Davis. So will Shaquille Harrison. Cook Jr. is a 6'9", 220-pounder from Wyoming. At the line is Silas. Harrison, number 3, a 6'4" guard, 189 pounds from Tulsa. Shot is put up by Silas, and it's good. So now, after his attempts at the line, it's 11-9. 7:21 remaining. Clock running here in the opening quarter. Isaiah Taylor going against Booker, and he will lay it up. Just can't get it to go down off the rim. McCullough with the rebound. McCullough quickly down court. Shot attempted in the corner, no good, but there is a whistle, and that shot attempted by Silas.
Yeah, that's going to be on Williams right there. And the Vipers can't really afford to have him in foul trouble. Just like last night, he picked up 3 quick fouls. Really can't afford that with Williams because he brings so much to the offense and the defense. If you look at it, the way he moves on the court, he's always contesting shots.
Silas puts up the first free throw. It is good. 12-9. Northern Arizona leading. Getting ready for the second free throw attempt. Recently, he helped his team come back from a 24-point deficit, scored all the points in overtime as the Suns beat the Skyforce 127-123.
And right now, Silas was mad because he thought it was a three-shot foul, and he held the ball after that.
So what happened? No, it was a foul.
It was a foul. It was the 3-shot foul.
Okay, all right.
And Silas seemed to be the only one that remembered.
All right.
Even his teammates ran down the court.
So he hit all 3 shots, making it 14-9. And again, here come the Vipers. Morris off the glass, hits the layup. 14-11. By the way, in that game, I'm actually not sure if he had all these score in overtime, but he did have a triple-double in that game. We're talking about Silas. The other end, Millsap puts the ball in.
That's a strong take from Millsap. Millsap he's going down the lane and not being contested early in this game.
16-11 is the score. Millsap, 15th leading scorer, by the way, in the D-League, averaging almost 19 points a game. At the other end, Isaiah Taylor, finger roll up and in. He had 26 points last night, off to a good start tonight.
Yeah, and a great Euro step there to get back into the lane. He missed that finger roll the last time, but he gets that to go.
McCullough hits a shot, a three-pointer, and he is definitely good. He was a top pick in the 215 draft. 29th pick overall in the 2015 draft, in the NBA draft. McCullough we're talking about. At the other end, Morris gets it down to Nanu, and there's a little collision, going to be a foul against, I believe, Derek Cook Jr., the forward out of Wyoming.
Yeah, and he did, on this play, Nanu does a good job. He's patient, doesn't go straight up, but we got a timeout on the court. We've had a few upsets today. Has it killed my brackets? I would say so, yeah. Michigan, though, barely beat Oklahoma State. So, there's parity now in college basketball because seniors are staying longer for mid-majors and not so much in the big programs.
All right, McCullough called on the foul right before the break. That was his first, team second. Nanu at the line. First foul attempt, no good. Second one is good. Remember, he does shoot underhanded. He is a member of the Rockets, one of 3 on the current team, along with Isaiah Taylor and Troy Williams. Kyle Wiltshire has played a lot here this season. Right now, he is currently up with the Rockets, a 3-point specialist. I know a couple games he has hit 7 3-pointers in a game. He'll be missed, but maybe Troy Williams can replace him. Millsap's at the other end, misses on the hook shot in the lane, rebounded by Nanu. Taylor quickly up court, tries to put it up, but Cook Jr. blocks it and finally comes down with it. And back up court, here come the Suns very quickly. Alley-oop, almost put up and in by Millsap, no good, but it looks like there's going to be a whistle.
Yeah, and that foul's going to be on Gary Payton the second.
And sending that pass over was Booker, trying to set up the alley-oop. Chris Walker about ready to check in, and he had a pretty good night last night.
Yeah, he had a really good night.
6 points, but I think there was a block and some other things.
You know, tonight, you know, he had a technical that.
Yeah, did he do a cartwheel last night?
He did 2 cartwheels. First one they let go. Second one they had to call.
All right.
I was doing the PA, so I was right there for the whole thing.
Okay. So Nanu goes out. Chinano Onawaku. Walker comes in. Millsap misses the second free throw. Goes out of bounds. Vipers ball. 20-14 is the score right now. Again, 5:21 remaining. First quarter. Both teams not shooting that well at the last break. Suns just 43%. Vipers 36%. Taylor puts it up. No good. Tipped around. Cook Jr. will come down with it. Vipers going against the Suns team. Cook Jr. tries to put it up, blocked by Walker. Now reverse layup, no good. Finally brought down by Walker.
Yeah, and a great block. He met the ball right at the top, and just it was all ball on that one. Just great defense by Chris Walker. He brings so much energy to the game.
Morris with the ball, 3-point attempt, top of the arc, off the rim, no good. Rebound, Gary Payton the second, and he will lay it up and in. Payton the second, just so good up there. Not a center, a guard, but does really good on rebounding. He had 15 last night.
He just has quick hops. He's able to get up really quick. And you see on that one, he even could test that shot.
And Cook Jr. misses it. Walker comes down with it. Now Morris down to Walker, puts it up, misses the layup, fight for the ball, and it'll finally come down to Phoenix's Farm Club, and Booker brings it up. The Northern Arizona Suns in the lane. Hits the shot. We'll see if it goes. Josh Gray about to come in.
This
Are they?
I can't figure out why.
All right.
He threw the chicken wing out there to get that shot to go up, and they're going to let this count.
All right. Josh Gray about to check in for the first time. I saw him play at LSU. He played with Ben Simmons. Also Alex Davis coming back in. Isaiah Taylor going off. Troy Williams going out. Chris Johnson coming in. Jerron Johnson coming in. So both teams in the process of making substitutions. We see Michael Bryson also out there right now for the Suns. Booker at the line. That foul was against Taylor. His second, team's fourth. Free throw was up. No good, right, Jake? I got blocked.
No good.
Yeah, no good. 22-16 is the score. 3-point attempt is good that time by Gary Payton the second.
And that's a great sign. When he's hitting his outside shots, which he was doing in pregame, it opens up so much more for him.
Millsap with the ball. Sends it back out. Booker tries to send a pass low to Davis, and there's a whistle.
And Coach Brazzi's imploring that there was a travel before that pass, but you know, you see that one. Chris Walker, he tends to sometimes let the defender get too low in the post because he relies on that skill of blocking shots. But we've seen Chris Walker really step up his defense lately.
His first foul, team's fifth, so the Suns will be in the bonus the rest of the way. 3:37 remaining. Millsap runs into Johnson. The collision, though, I think will result in a foul against Johnson.
It should be a 3-point shot right there. It was close.
Yeah, Millsap had position. All right.
They might want to look at this.
Millsap going to be shooting three, as you mentioned. We mentioned Josh Gray came in. He's 6'1", 180-pounder from LSU, a guard. Also, Michael Bryson from UC Santa Barbara, guard for the Suns, 6'4", 200. First free throw is good. Second one good. Vipers have the best home record in the league, 15-4. Second best, tied for second best in the league at home, is Santa Cruz and Oklahoma City. They are 16-6. Millsap misses the third one, so it's 24-19. Suns have led by 6. Vipers' biggest lead, 2. There's been 7 lead changes here in the first quarter, and it's been tied twice. Morris working down low now, back on top to Jerron Johnson. Johnson in the lane, and there's going to be a foul. And Jerron Johnson, you're very familiar with this young man. He's been with this team a couple times, right?
Yeah, he's been here. This will be his third season here. He was previously in Australia before this. And so it's nice having him back because he brings a lot. You know, you look at this team is athletic. He says this is the most athletic team he's ever been on.
Michael Bryson charged with the foul, his first, team third against the Suns. In front of the bench of the Vipers to our right, Payton II will inbound the ball to Morris. Morris working against Gray, tries to lay it up, no good. Walker fighting for the rebound, can't get it. Then near top of the lane, Harrison gets it, and Payton II will knock it out of bounds.
Yeah, and you just look, the team speed right now on this, you know, for Gary Payton II to come all the way down and contest that when Chris...
He's a guard. Went to Tulsa. In his 4-year career there, Jake, he started every game for Tulsa and once was the Conference USA Player of the Year. So that's quite an honor for that young man, kind of an Iron Man. Davis puts it up from the low post, right side, no good on the one-handed shot, rebounded by Chris Walker. And while we were on break, one of the Vipers said to us, "Who's heard of SMU?" I won't tell you who that is, though, right? I'll let Jake say it if he wants to. I'll try to keep him from getting in trouble since he does play in Texas.
Yeah, well, he can say that. He went to one of the two of the biggest basketball programs that you can remember in college.
Was it Georgetown? No, that's all I'm going to say. You can figure out who it might have been.
And UCLA.
All right, 2:26 remaining. Shaquille Harrison with the ball. Tries to put it up, and he's going to be fouled by Chris Walker.
And, you know, they're going to live on the line like this if the Vipers keep jumping into them.
Yeah, that's something we don't see too often, Jake. I don't remember. I call those paratrooper fouls. I haven't seen that many times where Vipers have jumped into players attempting shots.
And how often do you see somebody actually block a shot on a three-pointer or a long shot like that? You know, it doesn't happen that often. When you're Chris Walker and you're that tall, you don't really have to jump.
And Walker's going to come out. He's only played about 3 minutes. Yeah. And Nanu will come back in, but he's picked up 2 fouls. Suns in the bonus the rest of the way. Harrison up there shooting. Missed the first free throw. Gets ready to take the second one. And it's no good. Nanu comes down with the rebound. Chinano Onuaku, many nights, scores double-doubles. So far he has 3 points and 3 rebounds. Nanu in the lane. Gets it back out to Morris. Morris slows things down. 8 seconds on the clock. Now Jerron Johnson has the ball, and he'll run into, I believe, it looked like, let's take a look, maybe Bryson?
Yeah, Michael Bryson out of UC Santa Barbara. It's a great move by Jerron. He's just going to go right into him as he's going by because Bryson was out of position.
Non-shooting foul, his second. After this, though, the Vipers will be in the bonus the remainder of the quarter. Nanu puts it up, no good. Fight for the ball. Out of bounds will be Vipers' ball. Yeah. So Vipers will try to keep things going here.
They'll have 6 seconds on the shot clock to do this. And what you'd like right now to see if you can get Chiano in a pin down on a guard right here. If you can set a screen. But it looks like they're going to run something with Johnson and Morris.
Payton II puts it into Morris. Morris guarded by Gray. Now to Nanu in the lane. Goes against Davis. Davis goes to the ground, and there is a whistle.
And that's a great take. Chiano on this move right here. He's going to get the ball basically at an ISO at the free throw line, and he's just going to size up and go right at him. And he's late on the recovery right there, and it's a great take by Chiano.
Davis was trying to get a charge, I would assume.
Yeah, he was trying to. But he was already flopping before Chiano made that move.
So Nanu will go to the line. Payton II leading scorer so far with 5 points for the Vipers. All Viper starters have scored. First free throw is good. Millsap leading the way with 8 points. Davis, by the way, coming out right now, Alex Davis. Derek Cook Jr. going back in.
And we'd be remiss if we didn't say, yes, he shoots with the ball between his legs, old granny style, Rick Barry style. But more, you know what, I think if more bigs see him shooting like this, they should probably start doing this because a lot of bigs shoot the ball atrociously from the free throw line.
It's a free throw there. 24-21 is the score. Northern Arizona up by 3. Gray, former LSU Tiger with the ball, drives in the lane around Johnson. Deron Johnson gets one shot, misses it, tries a second attempt, no good. Ball goes back on top, and that time Bryson puts it up and in, a little floater in the lane.
Yeah, nice little teardrop in the lane. And the Vipers played great defense for all of about 11 seconds.
Chris Johnson to Deron Johnson, down to Nanu, double teamed, puts it up, no good, gets the rebound, and can't get it to go. Finally, it's picked up by Silas. Back down comes the Suns. Under 1 minute remaining in the quarter. Silas driving, and there is a whistle.
And the referees are really calling this close right now. There's not a lot of body contact.
And the referees, if I didn't get a chance to tell you who they were, Fanese Ransom, number 69, Nate Green, number 16, and Jacob Bennett, number 32. Fanese Ransom was here last night.
And Silas does a good job of selling this because there is a little contact on that. But if they continue this way, it doesn't bode well for the Vipers because
Nanu has his
we
first
live
foul.
with contact.
Yeah.
We live with contact. You know, we like to play in-your-face defense, and it doesn't look like the referees are going to allow that to go tonight.
Free throw is good. So the center so far, Nanu has 1 foul. Chris Walker has 2. So far, Joshua Smith has not got in the game. Next shot up. And by the way, P.J. Harrison is suspended right now. I believe this is the second game of 5-game mandatory league suspension.
But the team has been playing without him most of the season.
He had a groin injury. And also, Julian Lewis still out, injured. Morris at the other end. Chris Johnson with a 3-point attempt is good. And by the way, inactive tonight for the visitors is Assad Woods. He's a guard from Limestone College. Have you ever heard of that? Limestone College.
No, I haven't. But Johnson, who played at Dayton, his team is actually playing right now in the tournament, playing as we talk.
Gray has it. Of course, Gray's college coach just got let go a few days ago at LSU. Harrison tries a 3-pointer, top of the circle, no good. Now here comes Morris, double teamed in the corner of Peyton's second. Puts it up with 4 seconds left, no good. With the rebound, well, it will actually go finally after being kicked around to Derek Cook Jr., but the quarter has come to an end. So after 1 quarter of play, it is the Northern Arizona Suns 28, Rio Grande Valley is in Oklahoma. But tonight, Vipers only shooting 30% after the first quarter, 8 of 26, 8 of 24, 33% for Northern Arizona. Jake, what is one of the keys to this poor shooting performance? Good defense, or just teams are off tonight?
You know, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and, you know, for the Vipers, you're going to have those struggles, you know, and it's a different team. Sometimes you match up better with the other teams, and the Vipers sometimes have started fast, but they're better off when they actually start a little bit slower and then kind of peak late in games because we've seen it before go the other way.
Michael Bryson misses the first shot from the left corner for the Suns. Vipers moving from our left to right here in the first quarter. And Troy Williams, remember he started 0 for 3 shooting 3-pointers last night. Didn't get a 3-pointer till late in the second half when he got 4, but he gets one right there.
And Troy Williams is getting salty right now with the bench for Northern Arizona. I'm not sure who started him up, but it's a good thing that they started him up because he's getting hot.
Shaquille Harrison misses the shot. Nanu comes down with the rebound. Now here's Williams again in the lane and gets it to Nanu. It is blocked that time by Harrison, actually by Bryson. And quickly up court comes Gray. Gray may have had it partially blocked, but over there to finish things up and dunk it in is Derek Cook Jr. on the rebound.
It was Harrison, actually.
Harrison, okay. Nanu lays it up and in at the other end. So 30-29 is the score. Gray with the ball. Double teamed, gets it on top, and Bryson will take the long shot and put it up and in. 3-pointer. 33-29. Suns have led by 7. Vipers only have led by 2. Most of this game, it's been the Suns in charge, at least as far as the lead. Nanu to Taylor. Taylor in the lane will lay it up. No good. Fight for the ball. And coming down with it is Derek Cook Jr. At the other end, Silas with the shot. 3-point attempt, no good. Rebounded by Chris Johnson. With the ball is Jerron Johnson. Gets down to the baseline. Tries to get over to Williams in the corner, right side, but it's intercepted that time. Nice job by Xavier Silas. And at the other end, it is put up and in by Cook Jr. 35-29. Joshua Smith about to come in for the Vipers to see his first action of the night. Undoubtedly will be coming in for Nanu. With the ball, Taylor working the clock down to 10 seconds. Being guarded by Harrison. Now ball goes over to Williams. Williams takes a shot over Gray. 3-pointer, no good. Cook Jr. gets it. Shot had to be taken there because the shot clock was about to run out. Gray with the ball. Being guarded by Taylor. Now double team with Nanu. Finds Cook Jr. down low, and there's a whistle. And getting ready to come in is Gracine Bakumania. Bakumania. Getting ready to come in. There we go.
Say that 10 times fast.
Yes. Bakumania. And this gentleman's from the Congo. He's a center, and he is 6'11", 220. Where's number 4 for the Suns? Silas hits the shot. As we mentioned, Silas is related to Paul. Or not. Is he related to Paul Silas at all? Do you know? I was going to ask that. We know Millsap is related to.
No, from what I saw, that he's not.
He's not related to the former NBA coach. So I believe Millsap will go off right now. We see Nanu out for Smith. Gray with the ball, and there's a whistle. 36-29, 8:55 remaining. Any good updates from the March Madness, Jake?
Well, Dayton's at the half right now, and they're leading 38-35.
Okay.
At least the last time I checked.
Yeah.
Actually, they're in the second half.
And Duke, how about the Dukies against Troy?
59-46 with 15 minutes left in the second. So.
All right. Gray with the ball. We'll lay it up in, and I assume, Jake, being a Duke fan like you are, you have them picked to win the whole thing?
Of course, you can't pick North Carolina.
Okay.
And great take right there by Isaiah Taylor. You know, you see this guy, he just goes in the middle lane, and he uses his momentum to really drive him past everybody for that easy finger roll.
And Taylor will be going to the line. And the foul that time will be against Shaquille Harrison. You wonder if he was named after Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, you have to imagine that.
Right.
Because Shaquille was the first Shaquille I ever met.
Right.
Or knew of.
Taylor puts the next shot up, no good. Actually, Shaquille's the man he calls his father. I don't know the exact relationship, was Sergeant Harrison.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of interesting. Shaquille Harrison.
Phil, because he had a rap song back in the day, back when I was younger.
Phil Harrison?
Yes.
His dad?
Yes.
Okay.
No, that's his
stepdad?
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal's stepdad?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I just always knew him as Sergeant, that he was a sergeant in the military. And at the other end, Troy Williams puts a shot up and in. 40-33. Williams looks like he'll have another strong night. The other end, wide open, and laying the ball up is Josh Gray.
Yeah, and that was a great take by him. He used the screen, came back on it, and just took it right to the rack.
Joshua Smith will fight underneath, and there's going to be a whistle.
And this is a nice change of pace for Coach Brazzi. He's able to do this. Not many teams have this that they can pull out and put on the floor. In Joshua Smith, he can come in there and slow the offense down, make this a more half-court game, and slow that tempo up. And you see that they don't have anybody that can match up with him.
All right. Foul will be called that time on Grayson Bakumania. His first, team second. Joshua Smith with the ball, hook shot, Low post left side, makes it. And you know, when Joshua gets hot some nights, he can do a lot of damage out there offensively. Now, long shot taken, and three-pointer is good.
Yeah, Booker with a great shot right there.
So Booker has 5 points. Booker went to Colorado, a Buffalo. 45-35, double-digit lead right now. And there's going to be a foul.
They're going to call a hook on Joshua Smith as he was posting up. And Coach Brazzi can't imagine how they could call that. And you think, you know, with the amount of ticky-tack fouls they've called, they might let that one go or actually call it on the defense. But
Joshua Smith, his first, team's first, about 5 minutes into the second quarter. Suns have the ball, and again, another whistle. Elijah Millsap with the ball prior to the whistle.
And they're going to call the hold on the Vipers on this end.
Isaiah Taylor, his third, team's second. So he's the first player with as many as 3 fouls, and he'll come out very quickly for Darius Morris.
Yeah, and on that one, he's hooking the waist of Gray, it looked like on that play.
Non-shooting foul. Ball will inbounded or be inbounded. Josh Gray has it. Works it down low. Little jumper, no good from the low post. Gets his own rebound, and he puts it up and in.
And they're going to bring Chris Walker back in. They need a shot blocker. And, you know, without Nanu in there, you really lose that presence in the post.
Ball gets knocked out of bounds. Waiting to see whose possession it is.
It's going to be the
foul.
It's going to be Vipers ball. It's going to be a foul on.
Okay, on Racine Bakumana. It's going to be his second. He picks up 2 fouls very quickly. Third team foul. Jerron Johnson with the shot, no good. Silas with the rebound. Gets it back to Josh Gray. Working his point guard right now for the visitors. Triple teamed. Kicks it back out. And air ball put up. Rebounded by the Vipers. Millsap with the shot. Now Chris Johnson takes it from the right corner, hits the three-pointer.
Yeah, and a lot of people forget that Chris played with the Jazz, Milwaukee. You know, he's had contracts in the NBA.
So definitely the NBA experience shows there. And we do have timeout on the floor. 6:13 remaining here. Who's now with Charlotte's team. The Hornets also has had 37 this year. And Silas in the next game, the last game they played a couple nights ago, Matt Ants beat the Suns 123-129, but he had 29 points. So Xavier Silas doing a very good job. And now there is traveling going to be called. And that's against Chris McCullough. And also in that last game, Elijah Millsap had 15 points and 6 rebounds, plus 4 assists and 3 steals since he's been assigned from the Wizards. And that's considered his best game so far for the Suns. So a little update on some of the Suns players. A shot is missed by Jerron Johnson, but Chris Walker's there to put it up and in.
Yeah, and you know, that's what Chris Walker brings to this. He has so much athleticism, and there you go again.
Another long shot, another three-pointer, by Booker. And Booker is the one that scored all the points in the overtime game recently when the Suns beat the Texas Legends 121-18.
And that foul's going to go on Booker.
Mm-hmm.
And he makes it really, really aware that the referee's really aware that the foul was on him. He didn't want to go on his bigs.
Yeah, Booker got his first. He had all 6 Suns points in overtime, including a step-back 18-foot jumper at the buzzer for the 121-18 win. So Booker is a clutch player. And like you said, very aware out there, making sure that his bigs didn't get the foul. Ball will be turned over after a travel. And Booker in that game had 29 points. I believe that may have been Northern Arizona's first overtime game since moving from California, where they used to be the Bakersfield Jam. Long shot put up, no good that time by Booker. And once again, here come the Vipers. Morris with the ball. Being guarded by Booker. Now gives it out to Troy Williams. Underneath, Nanu's wide open, and he dunks it.
And that's a great find by Williams. Troy gets the ball in his hands and just skips it out. Doesn't wait. It gets right to Walker for the easy flush.
50-42 is the score. Millsap with the ball, gives it to Booker. Booker underneath, drives the lane, and you can see Nanu didn't want to get the foul. He laid off, and Booker laid it up and in. 52-42, 10-point lead. Suns have led by 12. Morris going 1-1 against Booker. Now Jerron Johnson has it. High post, left side, puts it up and in. Gary Payton II getting ready to check back in momentarily. Gray quickly down court, lays it up and in. Josh Gray showing some speed out there at the point guard position.
Yeah, he's just a water bug out there. He's just able to turn the corner on just about everybody. He's just quick with the ball.
I don't remember seeing that so much when he was at LSU, but I didn't see all their games. Williams' three-point attempt, right of the arc, no good. Suns back with the ball. Millsap has it. Millsap in the corner to Silas. Silas short, rebounded by Troy Williams. Williams down the lane. Chris Johnson has it, will not take the shot, gives it to Nanu. Nanu now to Jerron Johnson. He will take the three-pointer right of the arc. As you can hear from the crowd, and Tony Farina, he made it.
And they've already got 6 three-pointers in the first half, which is great for the Vipers, and the ball goes out. Chris Johnson out of bounds.
So Shaquille Harrison coming back in, Gary Payton II coming in, Chinana Wanawaku coming in, Jerron Johnson going off, Chris Walker going off. And let's see who is going off for the Suns, not quite sure. I believe it's Xavier Silas hitting the bench. So Suns inbound the ball. Williams guarding his opponent.
And Millsap does a great job.
Millsap gets it.
And they're going to call a delay game on Northern Arizona.
All right.
And Millsap's grabbing his calf muscle, his ankle, as he comes down the court. But he looked like his brother there in the post. A smaller version, but he looked like his brother. Great pin down.
Now Paul Millsap, an NBA All-Star. Indiana Pacer. Chinano Onawaku, high post, down to the low post right side to Booker. Booker back on top to Williams. Williams drives the lane, puts it up, no good, but there's going to be a foul.
Yeah, on that play, Gray's in great position, just kind of gets lazy on drawing that charge. Good for us, though, because Williams will go to the line.
All right. So a foul against Josh Gray, his first, team's fifth. And we want to mention that Ty Ellis is the head coach. First shot, no good by Williams for the Suns. He's a Dallas native. Played 11 years of pro ball, mostly overseas. Been an assistant with some D-League teams. Went to Southern Nazarene University in Oklahoma. Second shot is good. So Ellis getting his chance to coach and trying to make the most of it. 56-48 is the score. Gray with the ball. Now we'll kick it out. Going around the perimeter, Millsap has it. Millsap runs into Williams, no call. Ball is still in possession of the Suns. Gray with a long three-pointer as the buzzer goes off. Left of the arc, no good. But the Suns retain possession with 2:44 remaining, and there is a whistle. Foul or? Yeah.
No, we reset the shot clock to 12 seconds. It went to 14, just didn't start running.
All right. The Suns, by the way, have made 11 or more three-pointers in 9 straight games. So we'll have to keep an eye on them, too. I know you said, the Vipers have 6 or 7. We'll check the Suns stats in a little bit. Booker from the left corner, no good. Rebounded by Chris Johnson. Long pass, Troy Williams down to Gary Payton II. He'll slow it up. Williams now gets it back. Top of the circle, gives it over to Chris Johnson on the left side. Down low to Nanu. Nanu, a little hook shot, no good.
And it's traveling.
Yeah, traveling. And there's timeout on the court. 2:18 remaining in the first half. 56-48. It's Northern Arizona over Rio Grande Valley. Your second game of a 7-game homestand for the Vipers. After that, they have just 1 game remaining. I think it's around April 1st at Iowa. At the other end, shot attempted and blocked by Nanu, and the Vipers come back quickly. Millsap with the attempt. Gary Payton II tries to dunk the alley-oop, and he's fouled.
And just an incredible play. Unselfish. And Gary Payton put on the cape because he was flying over the top of, I'm not sure who. The foul's going to go on number 6, Booker.
That's Kia Booker.
Yeah, but Peyton climbed the ladder on him.
His second.
You know, and a lot of people are like, are you going to be in the dunk contest? And he said, I don't really have dunks. I don't jump like that. he just jumps out of the building. And, you know, for a guard, he blocks shots as if he was a post. He can get back up. He has Chris Walker-like quick hops.
And so far, going for his 7th point is Peyton. Doesn't get it. Ball goes out of bounds, but it will be the Vipers. Vipers have played 9 players. Everybody's scored, but no one's in double digits. 3 players have 10 points apiece for the Suns. All 3 are starters. Askia Booker, Xavier Silas, and Elijah Millsap.
Yeah, and the Vipers are still at 6 3-pointers, 5 for Northern Arizona.
Okay, and remember, they've had over 11 a number of times. 9 straight games, they've had 11 or more 3-pointers. We're talking about the Suns. See if they can keep that streak up tonight.
You like this pin down here by Morris because he loves to
and
pin
Morris
guards
gets the
down
basket.
There. Booker can do nothing once he gets them down there.
56-51.
Yeah,
and now,
could be you don't see this very often.
Matt Brasi wants to travel.
It's a backcourt violation.
Backcourt violation, okay.
So on that play, because Booker had not established himself in the front court.
And for our people listening out of town, Matt Brasi, 2nd year as the coach. Been in the Rockets organization. Anything else you want to say about Matt?
Yeah, heck of a coach. Great young coach. The grandson of Lute Olson, former Arizona Wildcat head coach.
That's relevant to people listening out there, some of our road fans.
So he's a patient coach.
Morris gets the basket. Is it good?
Except for right now.
Yeah.
I say he's a patient coach, and he's furious because he wants the continuation.
All right, so no basket, right? But Morris will go to the line.
He'll go to the line.
Yeah.
The Suns already have 6 fouls.
And that's a 3rd foul now that is going to be called. And we'll double check. Let's see. It's against Gracine Baku Manya.
But Morris does a great job. You see him right there. He's going to turn the corner on. And it doesn't matter if it's a post or a guard. He's going to try to take you one-on-one. Woody has that advantage.
All right. So now, after Morris going to the foul line, it's a 4-point lead, 56-52. And Northern Arizona misses the 3-point attempt. Bryson, Vipers get it back quickly down court. And Williams will dunk it, and there's a foul.
Yeah, he's going to get fouled. He slides out of bounds. His teammates are all around him.
He's okay, though. All right. So for Troy Williams, he's now in double digits scoring. First Viper to go into double digits with 1:37 remaining here in the first half. Isaiah Booker getting ready to come back in. Also, Xavier Silas. Go ahead, Jake.
And can you imagine when J.P. Tokoto comes back? I mean, the incredible athleticism already and then you add Troy Williams to the mix. When J.P. comes back on Sunday, it's going to be incredible. And, you know, I know on Facebook they're saying the Suns are shining. It's getting a little dimmer right now because the Vipers are coming back.
Bryson among those going out, and Williams completes the 3-point play the old way. And that last foul, as we take a look, was against Bryson. It'll be his 3rd. Vipers in the bonus. Just down by 1, 56-55. And a steal by Troy Williams. Comes up the court, slows it down. Now we'll try to get it underneath to Jerron Johnson. Doesn't have a shot, so he'll bring it over in the right corner. Takes a 3-pointer, hits it. What can you say, Jake? Vipers take the lead, 58-56.
And you got to like the athleticism of the Viper. It's going to wear on you. And the size of Arizona, they're smaller.
They've got the ball on the baseline, and there is a whistle. And with the ball was Shaquille Harrison.
And Williams is going to get called for this one. This is going to be his 2nd foul. Yeah.
2nd on Troy Williams. You all right, Jake?
And
15 foul.
But the referees, the way they're calling the game, it's going to benefit the Suns because of they're smaller.
Silas short on the 3-point attempt right at the arc. 49 seconds remaining. Vipers up by 2. They've trailed by as many as 12. Actually, it's been a long time since they've had the lead.
And Johnson really wants the ball right now. Jerron Johnson. He wants the ball right now.
8 seconds on the clock. He won't get it. Morris will take the 3-pointer. No good. Fight for the ball between Millsap and Payton II. Millsap wins this battle.
And
20 seconds on the shot clock, about 26 seconds on the game clock.
And the Suns are going to try to chew up as much clock as possible to give the Vipers little chance of adding to this lead.
9 seconds remaining on the clock. Millsap has it, guarded over there on the right side by Payton the second. Now goes in the lane, puts it up and in.
And he's going to get fouled on this one by Payton. They're going to call it, and calling it
Pass it
very
good.
close.
Mhm.
You know,
Score tied now at 58 all. 9.3 seconds remaining, and Millsap can give his team the lead. If he gets the basket, he's the leading scorer so far for the Suns with 12 points.
and it's just a very light touch. I mean, it's a ticky-tack foul tonight.
That's Payton's second foul. Both teams in the bonus for the final few seconds. Millsap hits the free throw. Vipers will have 9.3 seconds. They won't take a timeout. They'll move it the length of the court. Not much pressure as Morris brings it into the court. He'll try to go coast to coast and lays it up and in with 4.8 seconds left.
And I'm not sure why you don't call that blocking foul on the Suns.
Suns will take a final shot, and it's no good that time as the shot is attempted by Shaquille Harrison. So we have finished 2 quarters of play. We have reached the halftime intermission, and it is the Rio Grande Valley Parade.
Yeah, $30, and you can almost get a nice seat down here.
It's going to be a busy day for you.
Yeah. So.
All right, that's going to be next Saturday, and of course the Vipers play 7 o'clock that night. But back to action now. Suns moving from our left to right here in the second half, trailing by 1, 60-59. Been a competitive first half, and Booker tries to get the ball down low, gets it over to Davis. Davis has it, working against Nanu, tries the reverse layup, no good, off the front of the rim, and Nanu comes down with the rebound. Vipers will get their first chance to go on the offensive attack. Morris, left of the arc, hits the three-pointer, so he gets the team off to a real good start, and he has 13 points. He is their leading scorer, and he's now 2 of 5 from three-point range.
Yeah, and the adjustments that Coach Bozzi did at the end of the second quarter really are paying off because Darius Morris is shooting well. The whole team is really flowing.
Silas misses it. Rebound by Nanu. Nanu now, let's see, that was Gary Payton the second, right?
Incredible. I mean, I don't know how many times you're going to see a post throw a pinpoint pass like that, and a guard is going to catch it and dunk it on the other side.
Payton the second with the dunk. Ball goes out of bounds. Right before that dunk, we wanted to tell you that Nanu picks up a couple of quick rebounds, so now he has 7 rebounds in the game.
And Williams right there knocks the ball out of bounds. You see this, there's this confidence right now that keeps building. We saw that in the last game. And right now, they're just working it.
Millsap with the ball. Nanu tries to knock it away from behind. Millsap gets around him and lays it up and in.
Yeah, and that's a hard matchup. If you're Nanu, you want to kind of stay hedged away from contact.
Some pressure in the backcourt, but quickly the ball comes to center court. Payton the second has it. Morris this time gets a three-pointer from the right side. Had it from the left side, now from the right side, and he's off to a fast start here in the second half. And now he is 3 of 6 three-point shooting.
Yeah, and that fast start that Northern Arizona had is now really just kind of messing up their momentum. They can't find anything. They can't get into any sets.
68-61, Vipers lead 2 minutes into the half. Chris McCullough tries a little hook shot in the lane, no good. The Vipers bring it up the court once again. Troy Williams has it. He has a three-point attempt, and he hits it from the right side. So already 3 threes, and we have just gone through, 2 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, and you can't get much faster than that, and it looks like they're going to call this on Williams in the post.
Yeah, Williams had foul trouble. That's the one negative last night we saw. He had 24 points, but he did pick up a lot of fouls.
Yeah.
And that's his third already just beginning the second half.
But this is what you have when you have a player that's going to give you everything. And right now he's saying that he got hooked on that play.
So 2 3-pointers by Booker, 1 by Williams, and now Booker will try a three-pointer, no good. Again, if I said it wrong, I said 2 by Morris. 2 by Morris. And 1 by Williams, and then Booker just tried a three-pointer. That was no good for the Suns. 71-61 is the score. The Vipers with the ball. Morris has it. Let's see if he tries a three-pointer from the top of the circle. No, he decides to go in the lane and decides to dribble down the baseline, and now there's a whistle. The reason I was laughing, he hit a three-pointer from right of the arc, left of the arc, so I thought he might try one from the top of the arc. And ball is turned over, I believe. Yes, I think he dribbled on the line, on the baseline. So the ball will go over to the Suns. Millsap will inbound it to Booker. Booker at 10 points in the first half. from Colorado. Trying to set things up. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Decides to try the three-pointer. Off the rim, no good. Gary Payton the second. He gets the rebound. He has 5 rebounds. And now it is another three-pointer by Morris. His third of the second half. This time right of the arc.
Yeah, we have 4 three-pointers right there, and you got to call that. Oh, my goodness.
Reverse layup, no good by Millsap. Vipers down the court with the ball. Quick pass by Morris in the lane to Taylor. Taylor lays it up and in, and he's fouled. Great teamwork.
And they're going to have to call a timeout, and they will. Scott, we're going into timeout, but incredible start for the Vipers.
So with 8:53 remaining, Isaiah Taylor. And Taylor now with 8 points. Some great three-point shooting so far. And one thing I do want to mention for the Vipers, Gary Payton II, possibility of a triple-double, 8 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists.
And he's just a solid player that really does everything well. You know, you watch him, he contests every play, he's playing on every possession, and he can fill it up.
Free throw was good. Suns have the ball. Ball goes out of bounds. So far, Troy Williams, he is 2 for 5 from three-point range. He has 14 points. Darius Morris, 4 of 7 from three-point range, leading scorer in the game for 19 points. Elijah Millsap leads the Suns with 15. Shot put up by Booker, no good. And coming down with the ball is Troy Williams. Vipers, biggest lead of the night, 16 points. Suns led in the first half by 12. Now a bad pass into the lane is intercepted by Chris McCullough. Down to Millsap. Millsap in the lane, bounce pass down low to Davis. Davis will put it up and in.
Yeah, and that's a great no call right there. He did go into the body of Onuaku, but not enough to draw a call.
No. Under 8 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Vipers doing very well at home this year. Morris will put it up, and now he gets it, lays it up, 21 points.
And Morris does the same thing to him on the opposite side. He goes into the body of Davis and puts it up. And it looks like in the second half, the referees are going to let this one go. They're going to let it play like a real actual game of basketball.
Booker to Millsap, takes the shot, no good. McCullough gets the rebound, tries to put it up, no good. Vipers quickly down court. Williams is hit hard by Silas in the lane.
And I would be furious if I was him as well.
Would you call that a horse collar?
No, he got both arms pulled. Okay. And, you know, you're at your most vulnerable when you're going up. And
here's the replay.
And his arms, both arms get pulled. You'll see it right there.
Is going to be a foul on Silas.
Yeah,
that's his first, team second. Now, is it flagrant?
Flagrant 1. So
okay.
Vipers will retain possession on this one. Williams will shoot the free throw, and it is off.
No good. So he'll get a second attempt. And we look at Williams so far from the line. He is 2 of 4 free throw shooting. Second shot is up, and it is good. So Williams has 15 points on the night, second leading scorer. Remember last game, he had 24 points for the Vipers. A couple games so far since he's joined the Vipers, he's had 24 points. We'll see if he can match that total or surpass it tonight. Vipers now inbound the ball to Nanu, and he dunks it with authority.
And he did a great job of sealing. You know, on that play, McCullough wanted to get the ball. He did a great job, and that's a great layup.
Yeah, Millsap, a reverse layup.
Yeah, using the rim to block the shot blocker. But on that play, Onuaku just attacks the rim once he gets the ball on the seal.
So Morris with the ball, being guarded by Millsap. Morris bounce pass in the lane to Nanu, doesn't get it, but it looks like he's fouled to Derek Cook Jr., who just came in the game.
Yeah, and incredible. I don't know what Matt Brazzi's adjustment was in the second quarter, but it's working as he attacks. You see the little drop off from Darius Morris, beautiful pass. But whatever Coach Brazzi did with the adjusting in the second quarter, it's really paid off because the Vipers are rolling.
Did you say, especially since he is standing right in front of us?
He is standing right in front of us.
So you probably heard that, and that gets you some brownie points. Okay, Nanu's at the line right now. And Nanu will get ready to shoot the free throw underhanded, like he always does. And this time he misses it, but overall he does a really good job shooting those. That's kind of unusual. Free throw attempts tonight so far. He is 3 of 5, usually even does better than that. He'll get a second attempt. Nanu, 8 rebounds, going for his 8th point, looking for that double-double, which he does quite often. Free throw misses that time. That's unusual. I can't remember the last time he missed both free throws.
Doesn't happen very often.
Millsap at the other end gets the ball across court, driving the baseline, and now dropping it off. And now Booker has it on top. Very fast movement here of the ball right now. And it is back to Booker. And now a shot is taken and is off the mark by Silas. Rebound. Silas has it again, puts up a shot, no good, over the top of the backboard. The ball will go over to the Vipers. And coming in, Josh Gray will take over as point guard for Askia Booker. Gray from LSU had a nice time in there for about 14 minutes. Had 10 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. Not bad for that amount of playing time. Morris gives the ball to Nanu. Nanu back over to Morris. Tries to get it down low to Nanu. He falls down and ball is intercepted. Brought up quickly. Gray has the ball. Gray in the lane. Will try to lay it up. No good. Cook Jr. tips it away and it's finally picked up in the corner by Nanu. Back come the Vipers. Troy Williams over to Taylor. Taylor gets the ball to Morris. He's in the corner, left corner, thinks about shooting. Now will pass it across court to Isaiah Taylor. Taylor driving, tries to get it in the corner to Gary Payton. The second goes out of bounds, and Payton says, my fault.
Yeah, and he thought he was going to relocate into the dead corner, and he didn't. He moved up a little bit on that one.
Jaron Johnson comes in. Payton the second goes off. And back up court. Here comes the Suns.
And McCullough
McCullough.
That's a great spot on 3 right there for McCullough.
Top of the arc. Chris Walker getting ready to come in. Also Shaquille Harrison for the Suns. And right now we hear coach saying to Taylor, back door, trying to get someone open underneath. Nanu going down the lane, and the ball actually gets stuck between the rim and backboard.
Yeah, and they're going to call it travel on Onuaku. And Chris Walker comes back into the game, and he gave some great minutes in the first half.
Yes, he did. Walker had 4 points in only 6 minutes, but had 5 boards. 82-68 Vipers lead, 5:21 remaining. Third quarter, McCullough over to Millsap. Millsap with the ball. Gets it down low. Now underneath.
Oh, my goodness.
A block shot. Who blocked that?
Yeah, it was Chris Walker with the erase.
All right, Harrison tried to take the shot at the other end. It's Isaiah Taylor laying it up and in. 84-68.
And that's what Walker brings. Walker brings that intensity. You know, we talked about Dennis Rodman. You know, he has that kind of intensity, that mad look. He is the nicest guy in the world. But when he's on the court, he wants to put on a show.
McCullough
and great defense by Taylor. Mm-hmm. And Taylor, you know, the smaller defender right there, that's the only thing he can do in that. He pulls the rug on that one and draws the body contact.
84-68. As far as that foul, that's going to be the third against McCullough, an offensive foul. The Vipers will bring the ball up court. McCullough, a D-League All-Star this year. So was Johnny O'Brien. They were in New Orleans for that game. Three-point shot is good by Troy Williams. And Williams now is 3 of 6 from three-point range after hitting, I think, 4 last night, all in the second half. Gray in the lane, tries to bounce pass it down low, and there is a whistle.
And Chris Johnson will come into the game. But, you know, you look at this roster for the Vipers, you know, as athletic as they are, you bring in Chris Johnson off the bench of somebody that was playing with the Utah Jazz last year, the Milwaukee Bucks before that last year. You have Troy Williams, who's started for the Memphis Grizzlies this year, you know, and then Onuaku, who's played some minutes with the Rockets this year. They have a significant amount of Kyle Wilcher when he's here. They have a significant amount of players that have put in minutes for the Vipers.
And ball goes out of bounds that time. We'll see who has possession.
And that pickup of Troy Williams could be the game changer for us.
All right, ball inbounded. Long shot taken. No good by Millsap off the side of the backboard. Vipers bring it back up. Jaron Johnson to Williams. Williams, three-pointer. Off the rim, no good. Fight for the ball. And is brought down that time. And it's McCullough with the rebound. Brings it up court. Gray has it. Gray going to set things up at the point. Now we'll go in the lane. Alley-oop. Tries to get it to Cook Jr. It's no good. Vipers come back with it very quickly. Jerron Johnson in the lane. Puts it up and in, and he's fouled.
Chris Johnson with a
Chris
beautiful,
Johnson, I'm sorry, yeah.
The great Euro step into the lane and then absorbing the contact. And you just see he's a lefty, so he's going to absorb the contact and just flick it up over the top.
And McCullough, that's his 4th foul, team's 4th. Johnson will shoot 1. He has 8 points on the night so far.
I'd like to say hello to all the families watching the game tonight. I know we got the Tokados
Johnson hits the free throw.
that are watching, and the other family members haven't had a chance to look at Facebook that much tonight, but I'd like to thank everybody watching the game that's part of the Viper family.
And Gray has the ball to Millsap. Gray with the ball in the lane. Tries to get it back out to Millsap. Knocked out of bounds at center court. Will stay in the possession of the Suns. 3:23 remaining here. Vipers have dominated at one point with 8:53 remaining to begin the quarter. The Vipers had outscored the Suns at that point 16-2. So Vipers got off to a quick start here in the third quarter. Josh Gray with the ball. Over in the left corner, guarded by Troy Williams. Gets past him. Reverse layup, no good, but there's a foul.
And this one's going to go on. We're going to have to see right now. It's going to go on Troy Williams.
All right.
So Coach Brazzi will have to take him out, and we'll see who they bring back in. And it's going to be GP too.
Yeah. Barry Payton the second will come in. Josh Gray at the line. That's going to be the 4th foul against Troy Williams. He was in foul trouble last night, but still had an amazing game, 24 points. First free throw attempt, no good. Payton the second comes in. Had 51 points in a game this season. Was a D-League Player of the Week earlier in the year. His father, of course, the Hall of Famer. But he gets his athleticism more from his mother, right?
Yes. You know, she was a high jumper from what I've heard.
Gray hits the second free throw. 90-69 is the score. Approaching 3 minutes remaining. Morris, guarded by Gray, gets it over to Jerron Johnson. Went to Louisiana Tech, but he now has his pass intercepted by Gray, and he will, I think, lay it up, and he's also fouled by Johnson. Was that a mistake trying to foul him? Should have just let him go?
Well, you want to contest. I mean, you don't want to commit that foul.
All right, now there's timeout on the court. 2:59 remaining here in the third quarter. Josh Gray at the line, getting ready to shoot a foul shot. And, Jake, some of the stuff going on in March Madness NCAA tournament.
Yeah, you know, Duke defeated Troy, excuse me, I'm used to saying Troy State, 87-65. Wichita defeats Dayton.
Wow. Gray misses the free throw. Morris with the ball, tries a three-point attempt. Top of the circle, no good. He's already hit right and left of the arc in this period. That time, no good, though, from the top of the arc. Gray trying to set things up. Gets it down low, now kicked back out, and going in for the layup. A nice job by Shaquille Harrison.
They're going to call a technical foul.
Okay.
On Chris Johnson.
On Chris Johnson.
Oh, okay. It's going to be a double technical.
All right.
On number 33 for the Suns, this is going to be on Michael Bryson. And Chris Johnson jawing.
We saw several technicals last night, but I don't think any for that reason. One was a bench technical, one was for Chris Walker doing cartwheels, and I think one was a defensive technical. But no confrontation technicals last night. Of course, that was the last night. If you're listening, you're a Vipers fan, they beat the Oklahoma City Blue for the first time after losing on the road twice to them. And now the officials talking. Panizzi Ransom, Nate Green, and Jacob Barnett.
Yeah, they're going to take a second off the shot clock, it looks like, because the technical came after the ball was inbounded. Referees are trying to make the league as well.
Yeah.
And trying to call the best game possible.
D-League been around since 2001, I believe. And next year, actually, Coach Ellis for the Suns played the initial season of the D-League. Ty Ellis was a member, I think, of Huntsville team. Long gone, but still historically remembered, at least by him, I'm sure. All right, with the ball, Gary Payne II drives in the lane, gives it out to Morris. Morris down the baseline, loses it, gets it back. Basket will be disallowed because, as Jake said, shot clock violation. I know the Vipers had at least one or two of those last night. Almost actually had them on back-to-back series, but the second time they got it off. I'm sure that's something you've coached basketball. Isn't that something coaches really hate?
Actually, in Texas, which I can't understand, in South Dakota, where I actually moved when I was younger, they have a shot clock. In Texas, no shot clock, so you can have boring basketball.
Like old days. And Chris Walker blocks Josh Gray, but Gray gets it back, and that shot was blocked right at the arc. Now Gray will drive in, misses the layup, but a foul.
And it's a smart take for Gray. You know, you have a bigger defender on you. You put it on the floor and go right by him, especially when Walker was playing up on it.
Chris Walker, his third, team's fifth. Gray going to the line. The reserve point guard comes in for Askia Booker. Hits the free throw. Gray in double digit scoring tonight. I believe he played with Ben Simmons at LSU last year. And that also means he would have played with Keith Hornsby, who plays with the Texas Legends. Next foul shot missed, but possession still the Suns. Three-point attempt no good by Bryson. Still rebounded by the Suns. Good job on the offensive boards. Gray has it. Drives in the lane. Looked like he had an easy layup, but instead he'll pass it off. Bryson falls down as he puts it up and in, and there's a foul.
Yeah, great take, great catch by Bryson to put that up and in. The foul's going to go on Jerron Johnson.
His second.
And
Shinano Anawaku coming back in.
Bryson did a great job of catching that in one motion, putting it up.
1:24 remaining. Suns will be in the bonus the remainder of this quarter. Bryson going to the line. Has 5 points so far. First free throw attempt of the evening. Bryson from UC Santa Barbara hits the free throw. Vipers inbound the ball. Nanu has it at center court. Bounce pass to Payton II. Slows it down as he gets toward the lane. Alley-oop down to Nanu. He can't handle it. Ball is loose. And Morris tries to save it in the left corner, but can't. Goes out of bounds to the Suns. So far, turnovers in the game. Northern Arizona only 5. Vipers 10. I think last night the Blue had like 20 turnovers. So we're seeing less from the opposition this evening. And quickly Gray drives down the lane, puts it up and in. Now an 11-point lead for the Vipers. They actually had at one point during this period a 22-point lead. So it's been knocked in half. Jerron Johnson in the lane, losing control of the ball, but regains it in the left corner. We'll take a three-pointer. Air ball. Silas has the rebound. Gray quickly down court, and he puts it up and in. That man, like you say, he's like a water bug. He can get up and down the court real quick. Done it twice for coast-to-coast layups. 90-81 is the score. 40 seconds remaining until the end of the quarter, and there is timeout on the court.
No.
Is there?
No.
Oh, I meant timeout, not a timeout, but there's officials are. What's that?
Stoppage on the play.
Stoppage of the play, yeah.
But the Vipers have really got out of their element in this, and they're letting the Suns really run the ball down their throats.
I mean, especially Gray, he's just going coast to coast. Last two offensive series.
Yeah, and they've gone smaller than normal. McCullough being their tall, they're big.
And with the ball, Chris Johnson. Johnson gets it to center court, meets the defense there. A screen. With the ball is Morris. Johnson now has it, and he will dunk it as he comes down from the left post.
And that's a great shield by Nanu. Nanu's locked in whoever was guarding him right there and just shielded him so Johnson could have the easy flush.
18 seconds on the clock. Shot clock now down to 13, about 17 on the game clock remaining here in the third quarter. Gray just stalling, looking for a last-second shot. 3 seconds remaining. Takes it over Morris. It'll be a two-pointer if it goes. No good from the right side. Jerron Johnson's going to try to go coast to coast, but can't get down there in time, and the quarter has come to an end. After 3 quarters of play, it is the Rio Grande Valley Vipers 92, Northern Arizona Suns 81. You're listening to the Vipers on Fox 10. Asika Booker has 10. Those are some of your leading scores. Isaiah Taylor also in double figures with 11 for his team. Gary Payton II gets a dunk right there, so he has just gone into double digits.
Oh, my goodness.
He's got 10 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists.
Incredible
what a dunk, huh?
play by Payton just to get that ball over the top. I don't know what happened. Somebody fell asleep on that. But incredible play by Payton.
Good start for the Vipers to begin the 4th quarter. McCullough with the ball. 3-point attempt no good from the left side, and now Payton with the rebound. So he has 7 rebounds. See if he can get a double or triple-double tonight. Payton down to Nanu. Bounce pass. Low post, left side. Tries to get it in the lane to Payton, and he tried to knock it off the defender, Harrison, but Suns still are able to recover it. Harrison down for the tries to get in the layup, no good. Tipped up by McCullough, no good. Vipers have it.
That's another rebound for Payton. So he's just adding to his totals.
He has 8, I believe, right now. And with the ball, Nanu up high. Troy Williams will try a 3-pointer, no good from the right side, and is rebounded by Bryson. Now a 3-pointer by McCullough, no good from the left corner, rebounded by Payton. The last 3 times that Suns have missed, it's been Payton getting the rebounds, and he should have 9 right now, very close to that double-double. Nanu with the ball, a screen in the lane, and he will wind up trying to lay it up. Tips it up again, no good, goes out of bounds. We'll have to see who has possession.
It'll be off.
Vipers ball.
Yep.
Derek Cook Jr. coming in right now. Substitution. Vipers, as we mentioned, have the ball. Isaiah Taylor to Williams in the left corner, no good, but there is a whistle.
Yeah, and Williams is going to go to the line to shoot 3 on this one. Yeah, right. Shaquille Harrison fouls him on the shot, and it's a difficult spot. You know, you have a player who's fading away. You don't want to commit that foul.
Williams 3 of 5 from the foul line, also 3 of 7 from the 3-point line, 18 points. Could go over the 20-point mark. By the way, McCullough just went off a moment ago. Williams, first free throw attempt. No good. Or actually is good. Looked like it was going to roll off the rim and out, but instead got that favorable bounce. So he has 19. Also 4 personal fouls. Isaiah Taylor also with 4 personal fouls. Nobody with 4 personals for the road team. Second free throw is good. Vipers doing a great job at home this year. Getting ready to check in as Kia Booker. He'll come in for Shaquille Harrison. Harrison goes to the bench, just 2 points tonight. Williams' next free throw attempt is up and good. So 97-81, Vipers lead 90 seconds into the 4th quarter. Gray and Booker, I don't remember them being matched up that much tonight, but I think they're keeping Gray in because he's so hot. And he hits one again from left of the arc. Kind of having 2 point guards in there right now. So,
yeah, and it adds more, with Silas in there, it adds more speed on the court for them.
At the other end, it's Nanu putting it up and in. So for Nanu, he's now in double digits.
Oh my goodness.
Point-wise. And he has a double-double.
How are you not calling that?
Shot is up and good from the corner that time by Silas. And Silas has 13 points. Go ahead, Jake.
Coach Brazzi has a gripe here. He can act, you know, you almost had a travel there. You had backcourt, and now we have a foul. And Troy Williams will go to the line. Williams
in the lane is fouled as he attempts the shot that time by Josh Gray. So you think that time possibly the Suns got away with a little
Brazzi,
chicanery.
It was a travel here. I'm not even sure if he was established on this side of the court. And it's not the first time that they've had almost a backcourt or a backcourt violation.
Josh Gray, his second, team second. Troy Williams going to the line. 99-87. Vipers lead. Shot is put up, it's good. Troy Williams played with Memphis this year. I believe he started about 13 games, played over 20. The Grizzlies also played with the Iowa Energy. Now trying to make his mark here after being signed by the Houston Rockets, and hits the free throw. So he does have NBA experience. Won the dunk contest at the D-League All-Star game. A couple guys on the Vipers have done that now. Jarvis Threed, who's not played tonight, did that, I think, several years ago. Josh Gray, three-point attempt, no good. Rebound, Chris Johnson.
And the Vipers really don't want to, they shouldn't be gambling. They should stay in front of their man right now. You got a 14-point lead.
Isaiah Taylor, Chris Walker about to come in. Turnover, ball to the Suns, and Coach Brazzi's not happy.
And I can't understand this either because there was no contact on this as well. They're going to call this foul on Chiano.
Oh, it's a foul? It's actually a foul? Okay.
And I can't understand where they're going to call this on.
Millsap back in. Elijah Millsap with 17 points. Shaquille Harrison out. Excuse me, Michael Bryson out. Harrison's already out. Michael Bryson just came out. Gray. Pass in the corner. And a three-point attempt is good by Xavier Silas. I believe he has 13 points now. Turnover by the Vipers. Up court, Josh Gray has it. Bounce pass. And it's up and in. Good positioning, good shot by Derek Cook Jr.
And now we're inside of 10 points right now for the lead. And the Vipers really need to pick it up because we've seen them have these lulls.
They'll get that double-digit lead, and next thing you know, it's 3-5. So you're correct on that. Taylor, playing with 4 fouls, tries to lay it up, overshoots the basket, rebounded by the Suns. And this time Gray puts it up, blocked maybe by Gary Payton Jr. Is it going to be goaltending?
Oh my, everybody in the State Farm Arena could not believe this one. They're saying
it's going to be a foul.
They're saying Gary Payton hit him across the head. And I can't see that. Even though Gray grabbed his head.
Okay, well, are they going to show the replay? We'll have to wait and see. Coach Brazzi, not happy, expressing his concerns to Jacob Barnett. It's going to be against Payton, his third.
Oh, no, that's after the block.
All right. So Gray at the line. First free throw, no good. Darius Morrison, Chinano Onawaka in. Chris Walker out. Gary Payton the second out. So a couple changes in the lineup for the Vipers with 8:07 remaining. This game is far from over. Next attempt by Gray is good. Fans getting their money's worth tonight at State Farm Arena. A lot of people come out. We appreciate it. Right now, Isaiah Taylor dribbling the ball. Now ball's tried to get inside to Nanu, but it's intercepted. Booker with it. Silas with the three-point attempt right at the arc, no good, but Cook Jr. gets the rebound, back to Silas. Silas, top of the arc, gets it over to Booker. Booker down low to Millsap. Gray will put it up, no good. Nanu with the rebound. Nanu with a double-double as far as points and rebounds tonight. Did that in both the road games recently. Booker with the ball, guarded by Gray, drives the baseline. Now on top to Williams, left of the arc. Back over to the right of the arc. Three-point attempt, no good by Morris. Rebounded by Millsap. Millsap ahead to Booker. He tries his own three-pointer right of the arc. Off the back of the rim. High rebound by Taylor, and as he hits center court, he is fouled.
Yeah, and it won't be a clear path foul because there was another defender in front. But a great rebound, a long rebound by Taylor, and he just takes it up and he tries to blow right past him, but smart foul by Millsap.
His first, team's third. Only one foul so far against the Vipers here in this quarter. Alex Davis back in once again. Starting center, he has 8 points. Vipers inbound the ball. Setting things up, plenty of time on the shot clock, 18 seconds. Morris in the lane, ball passed around the perimeter. Now Johnson will put it up right at the arc, no good, and there's a whistle.
And they're going to call the foul on Onuaku.
Onuaku unhappy, and now we have Williams trying to hold him back from going to talk to the official.
Yeah, Williams did a good job there.
Yeah.
Chiano didn't want to listen to it at first.
Grabbed him by the back of the jersey. Said, you need to come this way, young man. Don't get yourself a technical. It's his third foul. But more importantly, he didn't get a technical because he was very, very upset. Booker in the lane drives, no good. Whistle, another foul against the Vipers. Troy Williams. And that's not a good sign. Williams again in foul trouble. His fifth.
And they'll bring Jaron Johnson back in.
Jaron Johnson, always a good player. Been with the team on and off for several years. Booker at the line, hits the first free throw. He's in double digit scoring. Fans encouraging their team. 7-point lead, 6:45 remaining here in regulation. Booker, a 6'1", 170-pound guard, one of the smaller players on the court. Booker hits the second free throw. And with the ball, Isaiah Taylor gets a screen around Nanu, drives in the lane, puts it up and in, and Nanu did a nice job on that screen at midcourt, allowing Taylor to get down.
Instead of moving screen, he's just getting in the way,
yeah.
And Taylor uses him as a rub.
All right. Gray moving the ball around to Silas, now back to Gray. Gray to Millsap. Millsap trying to find Silas, maybe open underneath. Chris Johnson doing a good job guarding him. Gray has it back on top to Millsap, and the buzzer goes off, but Vipers got the ball before the shot clock violation, and Nanu dunks it with authority at the other end.
And Coach Ellis is going to have to call a timeout.
All right, with 6 minutes exactly remaining here in the fourth quarter, 10-point over Northern Arizona. Vipers trying to win for the first time this season against the Suns after losing to them twice on the road earlier this season. And right now the Suns have the ball as Kia Booker gets it over to Millsap, brother of NBA player Paul Millsap, and he'll drive the lane, guarded by Johnson. Now he'll get it down low to Davis. Davis puts it up, knocked out of bounds by the Vipers.
Yeah, and a great contest by Chris Walker. Goes up there and deters. I'm not sure if he nicked the ball on the first one, but then they knock it out of bounds. Just a smart play by Chris Walker.
Chris McCullough back in the game. He's played 34 games in the NBA, 14 with the Nets this year, and now the ball laid up and in. McCullough did it. McCullough, again, recently acquired by the Washington Wizards, played one game with them, and then assigned to the Suns. So McCullough looks like he has a bright future. So far on the night, 8 points. Vipers with the ball. Taylor over to Morris, taking some time off the clock, down to 5 seconds, rushes over McCullough, puts up a long hook. Walker gets the rebound, loses it just as time went out on the shot clock. No shot clock violation, but possession to Northern Arizona. And this time Booker tries a three-pointer right at the arc, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Morris. Under 5 minutes remaining. Morris loses it in the lane and is picked up by Millsap.
And a great knockaway
by
Gerard.
Knocked away, yeah. So now we have a whistle. Going to be a foul.
A great defense by Johnson to knock that ball away. And for Taylor to collect that would have been just phenomenal if he could have fed that to Johnson, but he'll get fouled right there.
Well, Millsap gets the foul, his second, team's fourth. Will be inbounded right in front of our broadcast area at center court by Chris Johnson. Gets it into Morris. Darius Morris being guarded by Millsap. Now works in the lane and will try to lay it up and can't get it in, but Walker will knock it up and in. No cartwheels this time, though.
And Coach Ellis wants a review on that one, but Walker comes up over the top and just flushes that down.
So Walker has 6 points. Booker in the lane, runs into Isaiah Taylor.
And they're going to call it offensive foul.
Offensive foul against Booker. Isaiah Taylor doing a good job taking the charge. It's going to be the second against Booker. Jerron Johnson will inbound the ball in front of his own bench momentarily. And gets the ball into Isaiah Taylor. Back to Darius Morris. Morris being guarded by Millsap, gets it into the front court. Millsap staying on him very closely, and then as Morris goes in the lane, he falls down, ball goes loose. It'll be a foul.
And they were calling it a whole lot closer in the first half. You know, little fouls were getting called.
Yeah.
And they're
Millsap was around him like a glove.
Yeah.
There's Millsap on the replay guarding him. Morris goes down. If you're watching this on Facebook, you can see that. And that is going to be the third foul against Elijah Millsap. Non-shooting foul, but from now on, all fouls on defense against the Suns will result on the Vipers going to the line. Morris tries to pass it out of the lane to Johnson, intercepted by the Suns. Booker has it right now. And long shot from the left side is good by Silas, three-pointer.
7-point game right now, and the Vipers really need to knuckle down and finish this quarter off strong.
Silas, 19 points. Taylor with the ball. Guarded by Booker. 8 seconds on the shot clock. He'll drive the lane, kicks it out in the corner. Right corner, Chris Johnson, three-pointer. Rolls around the rim and goes down. And so for Johnson, he has 14 points.
A great kick by Johnson and the three-pointer for them.
Yeah, and Booker, that thing rolled around the rim. He took a shot from left of the arc and it finally went in. And Booker adding to his point total, he has 15.
And the Vipers fell asleep. Nobody went out to take Booker. Booker had a wide open three on that.
Isaiah Taylor setting things up, working into the shot clock under 10 seconds. Now Morris will take a shot from right of the arc, no good with 6 seconds on the clock, and there's going to be a whistle and a foul. Loose ball foul. Josh Gray getting ready to come back in for the visitors. Chilano Anawaku getting ready to come back in for the Vipers. A free throw yet. He does have 6 points and 6 blocks in 14 minutes of play. University of Florida alum. Gator misses on the first shot. Second one coming up. Coaching change. Isn't there in the college basketball, Jake?
Yeah, you know, this time of the season.
Second shot is good. UNC Wilmington, his coach is left, right?
Yeah, Coach Keats is now at North Carolina State, so you know you're going to start seeing these high-profile jobs open up.
Well, you know, I know the Gottfried family real well, and I hate to see when Mark Gottfried got fired, but that's a business. And first shot is blocked, and then McCullough gets the rebound, puts it up and in for the Suns. But yeah, Mark Gottfried did a nice job at Alabama, and things just didn't work out at North Carolina State. At the other end, Jerron Johnson lays it up and in.
And I think a lot of coaches are going to have trouble there because the competition is so tough.
And a steal, fingertip steal by Isaiah Taylor, gets it down to Chris Walker, who dunks it with authority. 105-115, Vipers leading. Other end, a whistle and a foul, 2:13 remaining.
And you just see this on this play. Chris Walker just is going to climb the ladder on this one. One-handed, back to the two, and the hammer.
And that's going to be the 5th foul against Isaiah Taylor, 4th against the Vipers, so a non-shooting foul. Silas will put up a three-point attempt. It's short, rebounded by Taylor. 19 on the shot clock, 2 minutes left in the game, at least in regulation. Taylor working against Gray, double team, and gets it over Silas, a little hook shot for the basket. Nice job with 2 defenders on him. Down to 145, 117-105, Vipers with the lead, but McCullough hits a shot, and Vipers will inbound it, 10-point lead. 117-107. Taylor with the ball. 10-point lead, 12 a moment ago, but then McCullough hit the basket.
Yeah, and they're going to have to fix the shot clock.
McCullough, by the way, now has 10 points in double digits for scoring. Readjusting the clock. What's your biggest surprise so far in March Madness?
That I'm not doing better.
Okay, your bracket is busted.
No, not busted, just not what I thought it was going to be. So
now, Michigan State is playing right now?
Michigan State's playing right now, and
playing Miami, huh?
Yeah, they're playing Miami, which is a tough matchup for them. Very athletic team in Miami, much like this Vipers team.
All right, Morris has the ball, goes past Gray in the lane, and there's a whistle.
They're going to call a hook.
Darius Morris called for the offensive foul. So with 1:25 remaining in regulation, the Suns will bring it back up court. First foul against Morris. Ball rolls to center court before the Suns pick it up, trying to preserve time. Ball is loose in the lane. And finally, laid up and in by Gray. Down to an 8-point lead, 1:15 remaining. As we said, this game will probably go to the end. Johnson puts up a long shot, no good, foul.
Johnson wants the shot.
There's not going to be a shot, though, is it? It looked like he was trying one, but
here
we go. Here's the replay.
But
Xavier Silas. The foul had already been made before that shot, I believe. You see him put up the shot.
Yeah. Regardless, he's going to go to the line for 2, not the 3 that he was hoping for. And Troy Williams looks to be coming into the game.
Right. Troy, nice night so far again. 23 points. The last 2 games he's had 24. Right now at 23. First shot up. Rolls all around the rim, no good. Jerron Johnson with 8 points. It's a shame. Had he hit both of them, he would have been double digits. So Williams comes in.
And they're going to take out Walker and go small to finish out the last 112.
So Johnson getting ready for the second shot. Suns at the last break with 3 minutes remaining had actually outscored the Vipers in this quarter 22-18. That was with 2:58 remaining. Next shot, no good. Vipers actually outscored the Suns in the third quarter 32-22. Timeout by the Suns. 1:11 remaining in regulation. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here.
You know, they're a playoff team. You know, regardless of last year.
Yeah.
You know how it all finished. They're a playoff team every year.
Yeah, they have been consistent.
You know, as far as caliber.
Yeah, 2 D-League championships during their history. So you can't argue with that. Millsap with the ball against Morris. Now ball's dropped off underneath, put up and in. Yeah. Millsap gets it.
Very smart player.
117-111. Under a minute remaining in regulation.
And Taylor will go to the line. Booker had to foul him.
Foul in the backcourt. So it's going to come to a free throw game. As Kia Booker gets his 4th. Vipers in the bonus the rest of the way. Kia will be hitting those foul shots. Now, the Vipers, first shot is good. I play with a number of different lineups. Do you like their bigger or smaller lineup better, what you've seen, Jake?
Well, I mean, you know, you saw it when they brought in Walker. Even
are they like even? I mean, it's either. Are you comfortable with either lineup?
Yeah, 30-second timeout by.
Yeah. So, are you comfortable with either the tall lineup or the small lineup? Or both? Do you think they're both equally talented? A loss of weight has made him even more effective. Am I correct on that assumption?
Yeah, incredible. I mean, the amount of weight made him more. He's more quick to get back up.
Silas, 3-point attempt from the right side, no good. Fight for the rebound. Williams will get it. Tries to get it over to Morris, does, and he is fouled in the backcourt by Josh Gray. 118-111, 7-point lead for the Vipers. 46.8 seconds remaining. That is going to be the third against Josh Gray. Now, how talented is this Vipers team compared to the past seasons you've done it for the several years? Is this similar?
Yeah, I think when we had Earl Clark, I mean,
Yeah.
he brought something to the.
He was here for what, about a month or so?
Yeah.
He was Player of the Month in November, and then he left to go to China.
Yeah.
Former Los Angeles Laker. This was what, last year, I believe?
2 years ago.
2 years ago, okay.
But
Morris hits the shot.
this team's probably the most athletic team that we've had. And I agree with Johnson, Sharon Johnson, when he told me that.
Josh Gray going coast to coast.
But this team is the fastest that you'll.
Alley-oop from Johnson, down, open underneath. Chris Johnson, Jaron Johnson to Chris Johnson. 122-113, 38.5 seconds remaining. Millsap takes the three-pointer, goes over the backboard, but still Gray managed to get the rebound without it going out of bounds. He'll drive in the lane, and there's going to be a whistle.
They're going to call a foul, no bucket, and the Suns are not in the bonus, so they won't shoot.
Jaron Johnson picks up his third. Fifth team foul. Suns will be in the bonus if the Vipers foul again. 27 seconds remaining, 122-113, 8-point lead. Ball's inbounded to Gray, top of the circle, drives against Morris in the lane, and there's a whistle. Darius Morris gets the foul, so this time the Suns will go to the line. That is the second for Morris. Josh Gray. Nice night off the bench. Scored over 20 points in this game off the bench. Is the team's leading scorer. First shot up. It's good. Josh getting ready for his second shot. It's up. Off the rim, no good. Vipers get the rebound. Coming down with it is Morris, ahead to Isaiah Taylor in the front court to Williams. And he will drive to the basket from the right baseline and dunk it. So Williams with the big basket makes it back to a 10-point lead, only 12 seconds remaining. Gray tries to get it down and in, doesn't get it. McCullough puts it up and in with 8.5 seconds remaining. Taylor has the ball. We'll see if they just let the clock run out. I believe they will. There'll be no fouls, and that is going to be it. So it is the Vipers winning again at home, doing a great job as they continue their winning streak and increase it to 5.